Nani? my voice is not muted. Oh, the convenience of it all. Look at that, it's a raid. I'm in. Welcome in, students, to Professor Zenko's SCP lecture. Today, we're just about to be studying SCP, the Secure Containment Protocol. Wait, is that what it's called? Is that what it's called? Hold on, what is that what it's called? I was still setting things up. What is it? Yeah, protect. Secure, contain, protect. Shut up. Anyway, today we're studying secure, contain, protect. Yes, Professor Zenko has just lost a few of our marbles. Nothing to be... No, shut up. Don't bonk me. I'm not to be bonked. No. There's no bonk here. Abby SCP redacted cute box. Thank you, Kirisu, for the raid. I would ask you how your stream was, but I was watching it right up until I pressed the go live button. You guys should check out Kirisu if you haven't, because he's really cool. I'm bonking lots, please. Oh, thank you, Felix, for the follow. Hello, Nat. Nat, could you take some of the bonks from Kirisu, please? Because you keep bullying him, and I'm getting all the bonks, and it's getting, most unpleasant. Professor Zenko is not happy. Is not happy with the amount of bonking that's going along in this classroom. Hold on. I have my chopsticks. You can't really hear them slap against my hand, can you? That just sounds like faffing. Hold on. Ah! What's that? And then I'll poke you in your ribs with my chopsticks. Okay. What have you bonk? No, Chavo, don't bonk. Why is there so much bonk? Where's bonking in here? Now I don't know if they're bonking me or they're bonking Nat. Oh no. Well, I would say hello to I'll say hello to everybody. Hello, everyone. Oh, how's my... yes, I'm doing absolutely brilliantly today. Professor Abby is in top form. Hold on. We could make this even better. I just realized something I could add. By the way, how is my, how's the audio? Because this music seems very violently loud to my ear. Hold on. There we go. Professor Abby is now in full faculties. Oh, hold on, my mustache used to be a bit big. Hold on. You don't see anything. Okay, there we go. Is this much better? This is much better. Yes, delicious. Why, this is Professor Zenko. Have you not met me? I am one wonderful fellow. Yes, don't look at the boobies. That's misleading. I'm a man. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I have absolutely no idea. No idea. Okay, hold on. This is a tad relaxing music. This is not. There we go. There we go. We turned that just a little. You only see Booba. Oh no. Okay, so this is we are on SCP. I've never actually read any SCP. I'm gonna take off this fucking mustache. It's in the way. It's in the fucking way. Also, hello. Hi. I forgot to wave. I was going to wave at you guys, and then I wasn't ready when Kirisu raided. I blame Kirisu. It's all his fault. He raided far too early when I wasn't ready, and he just was like, And there's some handsome devil streaming. Don't worry. It's Professor Zenko again. I'm back. Don't worry, the imposter's gone. It's not me anymore. No one is sus here. But yeah, I've never actually looked into SCP stuff, really. Like, I've seen a couple of videos. I've looked at the game. I've seen that stuff. I have the same general knowledge that most people who sit on the outside of SCP have looking in. Right? And then that's about it. So today, we have to learn about SCPs. So I presume I have to read about the operational information first, because we're going to get lost. And the idea is that we're going to educate ourselves on SCP, and then maybe some more. Maybe you guys are educated more than I am. I don't know. But we're going to find and learn about SCPs today. What was the big famous one? Was it 176? Was that the big famous one? What was that one? I forget what that one's. Because we should probably read that one, because that one's a classic. Is it 176? I'll know by seeing it. Super creepy porn. Whatever you're into. Whatever floats your boat. Is it this one? Wait, apparently 176 is apparently a factory. Okay, so it's not this one. But I kind of want to sculpture the original. Is it this one? Ah, yeah, this was one. 173. I knew it was a 17 something. What do you mean Luigi got bigger titties? I'm very confused. I'm very confused. What does that even mean? What does it even mean that he got big tits? I've seen enough Rule 34 things to know stuff like that exists. Okay, so there is a... nice. There's SCP all the way to 6999. Nice. Hi, B. Hello. Welcome to Professor Zenko's studies on SCP. Yeah, okay. I will ask for requests at a point. Keep it in your pants, okay? Keep it in your pants. I will tell you when I want things. If you keep begging me, I won't read it, okay? That's the rule. So I still have to understand things. Like, I think the operational stuff is maybe a bit important, because I don't know anything about SCP. Not really, anyway. Okay, so security clearance levels, object classes, security facility locations, and tasks. Task force. Okay. Okay. So, Foundation security clearances granted for personnel represent the highest level of information to which they can be granted access. However, having any given clearance level does not automatically grant access to all information at that level. Oh, is this like... Ah, I see. So we have different security clearances. Wow, they really went in on this, right? They really went in on this and how much they were like giving you different security clearances. So level 0 is for official use only. Personnel are only granted access to information on a need-to-know basis. Ah, So it's kind of like, if you need to know this, you'll get to know it. But otherwise, no. I think that's what it means. Interesting. I'm not actually quite sure. Yeah, yes. I am Professor Zenko, Leon. Professor Zenko has come here. Hello. Hold on. I know exactly what we need. Is it this one? No, is it this one? No, it's not this one. Hold on, I'll find it. I don't know all my toggle buttons yet. I made them and then I forgot. Which one's the arm? Dead eyes, lewd. Glasses. I know which one the glasses is. I'll find it. Oh, it's just 7. Oh, no, that's not the right one. This one? Is it this button? Hold on. Ah, there we go. There's my pointy finger. Here's my pointy finger. We should definitely have the pointy finger, right? The pointy finger, it makes everything better. Okay, there are 3 levels of how hard it is to contain an SCP, like 5 levels of security clearance. There isn't really a danger level for SCPs, if I remember. They have different types, but yeah, I think because they're all kind of dangerous. Where are we at on the interwebs today? We're in SCP Foundation. Stop it. Get some help. No, Liv, I don't want to get help. I found my pointy finger. We have to use the pointy finger. I realize that it's not very good for pointing at other stuff. Should I get like a teacher's arm or something like that? Keter is maybe the most no-no. Okay. We'll get to that point because I don't know what a keter is yet. You have thought enough idea. What's your idea? What's the idea? Or I guess that's an object classes, right? Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, keter. Maybe get some help. What do you mean, what is that? What do you mean? What's wrong, Alex? What do you mean? What do you mean? What's happening? Nice. Okay. So, like level 0's like security clearances are given to non-essential personnel with no need to access information. So this is going to be like your receptionist sort of thing. Like most of your administrative work is going to be here. Thank you, Olivia, for the lurk. Thank you. There are 3 levels of SCP. The 4th one is hidden. Abby, you just woke up and you're reading devious stuff. What do you mean I'm reading weird stuff? We have to educate ourselves of the SCP Foundation, okay? Because I'm a yokai, right? My idea is to deliver messages to you guys. We have to educate ourselves on the potential enemy that could come, right? Right? They joke. You have no idea what's on your screen. Yeah, I realize that it's not that big to read. You guys are probably gonna have a little difficulty reading it. So it's mostly discussion about SCP, and I'm kind of reading it and then asking questions. And like I'll be reading attached and like we'll talk about stuff. But yeah, definitely level 0 seems to be like clerical, janitorial, all that kind of things. Why read when we have you? Yeah, I'm reading it for you. Okay? I'm giving you the lecture. I'm learning and then giving you the lecture. Learning and giving the lecture. So, I think SEO... Oh, for God's sake. So I think SCP... I don't even remember if... yes, there will be a pop quiz later on this week. I hope you'll all be studying for the exam. We're going to see who passes. We're going to see who passes at that point. Okay, so I think the way... How do we best explain about the Foundation? Okay, I'm going to end up with so many tabs open. Okay. So I suppose we should go back to basics and find out what it is. Okay. You can't make it, you're sick. Kind of like your sick day yesterday, Leon? Your sick day yesterday? You guess I will become a dropout? No, I'm telling you, the bar to pass is not that hard. Okay, so the introduction is, mankind in its present state has been around for 250,000 years. Yet only the last 4,000 have been of any significance. What did we do for nearly, 250,000 years? We huddled in caves and around small fires, fearful of the things that we didn't understand. It was more than explaining why the sun came up. It was the mystery of enormous birds with heads of men and rocks that came to life. So we called them gods and demons, begged them to spare us, and prayed for salvation. In time, their numbers dwindled, and ours rose. The world began to make more sense when there were fewer things to fear. Yet the unexplained can never truly go away, as if the universe demands the absurd and impossible. Mankind must not go back to hiding in fear. No one else will protect us, and we must stand up for ourselves. While the rest of mankind dwells in light, we must stand in the darkness to fight it, contain it, and shield from the eyes of the public, so that others may live in a sane and normal world. We secure, we contain, we protect. The administrator. We don't know who the administrator is. So there's a mission statement as well, that apparently of the Foundation. Miss Demon Teacher, may I go to the bathroom? No, you have to sit and hold it until there's break time. Basics of SCP. Weird stuff exists, the group is secret and finds the weird stuff, keeps it away from people who would use it badly or who would be in danger, and researches it if they can. Yeah, they're trying to, like, find out how it works. Because, like, they don't necessarily want to... They only seem to remove things if they really want to. Like, if they need to, right? I don't think I will. Miss Professor, I need to go to the bathroom. No, there's no bathroom breaks. There's no bathroom breaks. There'll be none of that. No bathroom breaks. No pots. Okay, operating clandestine and worldwide, the Foundation operates beyond jurisdiction, empowered and entrusted by every major national government with the task of containing anomalous objects, entities, and phenomena. When is lunch? Lunch was like 8 hours ago. This is an evening class. It's an evening class. Lunchtime's already passed. So is dinner. Supper time's coming up, though. Supper time's coming up in a couple of hours. Professor Abby, when can we talk? You can talk. It's a discussion class. Lunch is now for you? Oh my god, that's what it's like being in Pacific time, isn't it? It's like middle of the day. It's like evening here. No, it's 8 p.m. It's like damn. Okay, so these anomalies pose a significant threat to global security by threatening either physical or psychological harm. The Foundation operates to maintain normalcy so that the worldwide civilization population can live and go on with their daily lives without fear, mistrust, or doubt in their personal beliefs, and to maintain human independence from extraterrestrial, extra-dimensional, and other extra-normal influence. Snacks are allowed. Make sure you're well hydrated as well. Are you drinking plenty of water? Are you drinking water during school time? You should be. It helps your brain grow. Okay, so I have a story. I have a story about when I was taking an exam. We'll get back to topic, I promise. Okay, but I never had a teacher. And all my teachers, right? Even when I left school, you know, as it is in kitsune culture, it is in human culture as well, right? In the sense that your teachers don't let you eat in class, they don't let you go to the bathroom, all that kind of stuff. And when I left high school to study at it's like we had like a school after after high school, right? It's like a junior college, I suppose. You can go study like smaller things in it, right? And there I was studying like human sociology, right? We were learning, you know, the sociology of humans and stuff like that, because of course I took all the human courses. I also learned human psychology as well. That was a good one. But anyway, the exams, of course, are in the morning, which I absolutely hated. And I went there, and I'd always, before an exam, I'd always remember to eat breakfast, and I would bring a bottle of water. So the exam was about 3 hours long, and you basically, for the exam, just had to memorize essays. You had to memorize essays. You would have to memorize about 12 essays, and you would write 3 of them. I tell you a name for a weapon. Are you playing Minecraft? That'll mine it. That there you go. That's a name. I named a sword yesterday called That's a Loot of Damage. I've been watching Ada a lot. Okay, anyway. So my sociology professor, she actually decided that we needed chocolate. We needed chocolate. She said about halfway through, you're going to need chocolate because those brains are going to stop working. She was intending to give us a sugar kick, right? Now, the only way she could do this is she put the same chocolate bar on every desk. And she had to get past, like, obviously the person. You name hose after your exes? Oh my god. So she had to get it past, like, there's like a person like oversees the exam when you're taking the exam. And so you're like, right, these 3 essays in like this 3 hours. That's an hour an essay. You have to just memorize it. Like, I remember studying for that exam, and you just sat there. I would sit there, and like your studying was just like highlighting your exams. You would write and rewrite exams. That's how I studied for it. I would just write out this exam by hand constantly for like 3 weeks. That's all I did to study. You have to go to the nurse. What boo-boo do you have? I can kiss it better. Your teachers are way more chill than mine? I don't know. Like, teachers were just like, teachers, I mean, I didn't go to any kind of like strict school or anything. Why do you want kisses from me? Why do I scare people? This is like a constant thing. Why do I terrify people? I don't know. Why do I scare you? Oh, hello. I've gone flying. Oh, bye. Hi. I'm back again. Hi, Roz. Hi, Roz. But yeah. Okay. So halfway through the exam, it was just a bunch of students eating chocolate. we sit there and literally all just took like a break. Abby's a zoomer. I think the exam was actually so long that they allowed you for like a bathroom break in the exam. We all had to be escorted. Like there was like a specific area that was all cordoned off, and like we couldn't take any bags or stuff like that. You love haunting me? Oh, yeeting me. Why does it sound? I'm not a zoomer. It was a long, well, I mean, you had to write, I think it was 3 or 4 exams, 3 or 4 essays, and you had to memorize 12 essays for potential questions. Like, it was definitely going to be one of these subjects. That was the thing. But they wouldn't tell you which, and you just had to memorize essays. Like, the whole course was us learning about these things to write coherent essays for my sociology professor to tell me, okay, this is good or bad, and she would tell you what points you can and can't have in it. And then you would have to go and just memorize 12 essays. You sure it wasn't a prison? Look, it's a lot of human sociology. Maybe you guys should look at yourselves and see how much stuff that you have to go. I had to study. You made me suffer because I had to study you. You know? Probably more than half the teachers were shit show in some way or other. It was really annoying. Like, I like studying sociology. Like, I like studying sociology, but the exam was absolute ass. However, it was the only exam I aced. You didn't ask me to study you. It was the only exam I aced. I got an A on that one. I got a B on psychology. This is quite ironic. I took English for university, right? You needed a good English grade. And for the course I wanted to get into, I did not get the English grade. I did better in sociology and psychology than I did in English. Have you heard of IB, Abby? Because it's exactly what your high school special. It's exactly your high school special program. I have absolutely no idea what that is. Public schools are a waste of time. So here's the kind of thing, right? Public schools, so state schools here are what you consider like a school for everybody, and public schools are private schools here, right? The terminology is just shit. It makes absolutely no sense, and like when people talk about it, they talk about private schools. All right, Roz, have a good night. Rosa-chan, sleep well, my little brother. We have to go because my fish drowned. Oh my god, I've gone near him again. Help, help, help. Humans are weird. You don't socialize very much, per se. But at your age, you can understand how they work a bit better now. Till they are very uninteresting. Spoopy, nice. Thank you very much for the lurk, love. Well, those skills are a waste of time and money. Yes. Also, look, it's Ellie. It's Ellie. Basically, imagine whoever designed the advanced programs in your country were hell set on torturing teenagers and starting cocaine while they planned the program, and that's what it was like. Yeah, apparently it got worse. Back on Planet Abby now. It got very much worse. So I'm glad I'm not in the school system anymore. But yeah, that was a whole other tangent, just because of one comment. It's a whole ass tangent. Remember when we were talking about SCP? Okay. The mission statement. We gotta get at least something. We gotta at least get one. We have to get through all this and then get through one at least. If I don't do this, I failed. Glad the professor has ADHD. Okay, I'm not kidding. Sometimes I actually wonder if I'm like, so I kind of I took a scoring test, like a one for personal use at home before you actually go and pay for someone to test you as an adult, because you have to pay as an adult for dyslexia. And I'm definitely in like the spectrum. It's not too bad from the scoring sheet. but it's also not like that good either. I just like, but that's for dyslexia. But I wonder, because I am like, I guess people, I think everyone's at some point kind of on the spectrum in some kind of way. Because there's some things that I do that are very strange. And I'm like, why am I like this? And I wonder sometimes if like, oh, maybe I'm just like, I go from like thing to thing and I can't concentrate on one thing. And then you go, noom, 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 noom. 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 I get so easily distracted by things. So you never know. Maybe your professor is actually just ADHD influenced. or I go noom like that. Like being a VTuber is kind of strange. No, that's not strange at all. It's not strange. Being virtual is not strange. It's the only way that I could descend down to show you guys the light of the Kitsune way. I'm here to educate. No, sickness must not be purged. Why? Why do you do this? Ugh. I left my phone all the way on the other side of the room. I have it now. It's fine. Because my chair leans back a lot. Okay. Mission statement. We gotta get back on topic. Mission statement. Okay. The Foundation operates to maintain normalcy, right? So they're on the secret. So the worldwide civilian population can live and go on with their daily lives without fear. Wait a second, you aren't wearing tea anymore. Gosh, now you have to change your Discord ping? Wait, what do you mean you have to change your Discord ping? I'm so confused. What do you mean? I'm not wearing the tea right now. Okay, so there was plans for the tea to be baked into the model, but I still haven't added it. It's a lot of things I haven't added to the model. Okay, so their mission is threefold, right? We understand. Okay. Secure. The Foundation secures anomalies with the goal of preventing them from falling into the hands of civilian or rival agencies through extensive observation and surveillance, and by acting to intercept such anomalies at the earliest opportunity. Contain. The Foundation contains anomalies with the goal of preventing their influence or effects from spreading by either relocating, concealing, or dismantling such anomalies, or by suppressing or preventing public dissemination of knowledge thereof. When the bot in your server is pings about a start of your stream, it says Abby is wearing tea and abusing jiggle physics again. Wait, do you have like a ping that like a TTS thing? I mean, I haven't put the tea on my head in like a little while. I don't know why. Hold on. We can put tea back. Hold on. I can put it back. We'll put it on the table today, because there's already too many things on my head. Oh, it's stream cards. Oh, that makes so much sense. I'm so confused. I'm like, huh? What does that mean? I want someone else's stream card as well. I can't remember who it is. Oh, it's one of my friends. Oh, well, thank you, B, for putting me on there. I feel happy. There we go. I put the tea on the table. At least. We got the tea on the table. Oh, really? I should maybe make a channel for that to add for friends and stuff like that. Like for Ari and stuff like that. I should maybe look into that. Would be a pretty good idea to have. Okay. Hold on. I've lost myself. Okay. So, protect. Protect! The Foundation protects humanity from the effects of such anomalies, as well as the anomalies themselves, until such time that they are either fully understood or new theories of science can be devised based on their properties and behavior. The Foundation may also neutralize or destroy anomalies as an option of last resort, if they are determined to be too dangerous to be contained. Okay, so there is, so they don't want to kill stuff. They just want to hold on to them and, like, keep them in one area for a while. Foundation covert and clandestine operations are undertaken across the globe in the pursuit of our primary missions. Special containment procedures. The Foundation maintains an extensive database of information regarding anomalies requiring special containment procedures, commonly referred to as SCPs. The primary Foundation database contains summaries of such anomalies and emergency procedures for maintaining or re-establishing safe containment in the case of a containment breach or other event. Okay. Anomalies may take many forms, be it in an object, an entity, a location, or a freestanding phenomenon. These anomalies are categorized into one of several object classes. Did I open object classes? Did I open that? Oh yes, I did. Okay. and are either contained at one of the Foundation's myriad secure facilities or contained on site if relocation is deemed unfeasible. You have several questions about the statement. What are your questions? Tell me. Operational security. The Foundation operates with the utmost secrecy. All Foundation personnel must observe the security clearance levels as well as need to know and compartmentalization of information. Personnel found in violation of Foundation security protocols will be identified, detained, and subject to disciplinary action. Rival agencies and groups of interest. The Foundation is not the only organization of knowledge of and capability to interact with or utilize anomalies. The statement is questionable. I mean, isn't any kind of, facility, like, in the actual world and stuff like that, there's, like, a lot of questionable things that happen. So, I mean, if anything, it's very on par with something that actually could exist. Oh, yeah, because, I mean, what happens if you leak, like, I don't know, top secret stuff, like, here in the world today? Is there disciplinary action, just, like, prison time? Because I don't think they outright murders for some people. They do go missing. People do go missing. Class D stuff are the test subject, and they're literally death row criminals. I mean, there's a reason why you would use people like that. But what happened if you are secured and contained? Don't like that happening to you, say. Oh, are you suggesting that I could be contained as an SCP because of what I am? I mean, they do say gods and stuff like that, but... Okay, so there's definitely a general difference between, I think, what they're talking about and what I am. But however, I don't think they would discriminate. As much as I can tell you there's a clear difference, because I know what I am and I know what they are. Yeah, like, for instance, okay, a little bit of Avi lore, okay? Come a little closer, my friends. Have some Avi lore, okay? Avi lore. So you got to witness something very strange, rather recently, which was the Avi multiverse. All right. So I'm guessing as humans, you probably all know that there are different dimensions and stuff like that, and that also goes for other worlds too. So where I come from, we also have other dimensions, and for each kind of like good kitsune, like quote unquote good kitsune, because we're more of a neutral stance, right? We only really intervene when we need to. But I can smell your stinky breath if I come closer. I don't have stinky breath. My breath smells like cranberry juice. Because I'm drinking cranberry juice and tea. Okay. But, so as you can imagine, for each Zenko, what we like to call, for each Zenko, there is a Yako, right? Or as Karisa likes to call them, Enogetsune, right? And they're the demonic versions. So I've kind of played around with the line of telling you guys, but I guess you guys can find it. There is an evil version of me, but she looks exactly the same. I have an evil twin. Basically. I mean, her boobs are not as big as mine. Does my evil twin do? Oh, she's very evil. You can tell by her face, she's not as cute as me, right? You know how sometimes I like to play the One-san role a little bit? Right? You know how I like to play like the One-san role? She goes very hard. That's her default. She is default like that. She's quite conniving. Like, you think our personalities are the same, and yes, there's some traits that we share, but it's not exactly the same. Just letting you know, your Papa Fox put me in charge of your knowledge around here, and I deem this SCP people not very healthy for your knowledge. I want to know about it. Because, what if I have to defend myself, you know? I have to defend myself. Because Avi Yako could come around and, you know, she'd be the reason why these SCP people would come after me. Yeah, she's basically like a scarier version. For sure. She didn't come... So sometimes, every so often, as you saw, there's a breach in the line between where dimensions merge, right? It's like a mirror effect. Mirrors are like, you know the lore, that mirrors are actually like a portal to the other side, you know, like a gateway. And there is some element of truth to that, right? So sometimes there are these quote-unquote mirrors in the world, and you saw a little bit of that in the Avi multiverse, where 1.0, me, and Jeff were all in the same area. All these different eras of Avi just combined into one area, right? Which is pretty scary. We were very lucky that Yako Avi did not appear, because that is the kind of place where she would pop up, and she would use that to her advantage. So she must have been clearly otherwise engaged in something. Understandable, Avi, but your Papa Fox is very convincing fella, just saying. Is he now? He is a wise man. He's a wise fox. Yes. So definitely be scared of Avi Yako. If she ever appears, be scared for your life, for sure. She will not discriminate. You think I'm bad with some of the things I do? I'm just doing the teasing things, right? Right? Kitsunes are just like, they like to mess, right? And they like to tease humans, right? Because it's so much fun. You guys have such great reactions, right? But the Zenko do it to a point, right? The Zenko do it to a point. We like to tease you and play with you, but we don't want to actually hurt you. Meanwhile, you know, Nogetsune is going around doing all these kinds of fun, like, heathenable stuff. You can attest to that. Fox knows. Indeed, he is wise, and I don't want to be on this bad side, just saying. Well, shit, that's new. Oh no, what's new? Also, thank you so much for the 2 months, 6. How are you doing today? You came in at a moment where we're talking about some Avi lore, giving you the good old Avi lore. So yeah, we're going to be careful of the multiverse. we ever have 1.0 or Jeff popping up again at one time, it's gonna be bad thing. Now it's different when I transform back and forth between Jeff. That's in the same timeline. But but you know, that's me transforming, you know? Yes, there's an Abby multiverse. It's an Abby multiverse. I'm warning you guys about Yakko Abby. Alright? She could be anywhere. She's evil. She's my evil twin. You had a horror morning, but a great day overall. Aw. It sucks that your morning sucks, but I'm glad the rest of the day made up for it. It's a hot, hunky Abby. There is an Ikemen Abby. There is an Ikemen as well. He's out there. It's a man Abby out there. So you can imagine, right? Look at my boobies. Look how big they are. Can you imagine Ikemen Abby? Can you imagine him? Can you imagine how? Yes. Yes. Yes, I can. Oh no. Don't say things like that. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, okay. I don't want to imagine Ikemen Abby. You know what he's like with harmonicas. You know exactly what he's like with harmonicas. Alright, okay. Object classes. All anonymous objects, entities, and phenomena requiring special containment procedures are assigned an object class. Abby, damn bad for Abby, for fuck's sake. It would be keeping it in the family. Harmonica's not. No. Harmonica is not the only thing gonna get blown. Why does it always come back to these things? Why does it always come back to this stuff? Where's my harmonica? You tend to come back and a lot of weird things when you hear the way God intended. Are you singing Naughty said for it to be like that? Oh god. I don't think Inari meant for that. Oh great, Inari, I'm very sorry. Please. Oh, tea. You assume that I could have played the harmonica in the first place. I bought this thing for memes. It was $5. I don't know how to play it. Where's the... Oh no. I can make a good tune with that. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't know why, that sounds really blues-like. I'm like, make an Abby anthem with it? Maybe we can try and like make something. I'm gonna take this to, I'm going to see Nat in December, and I'm gonna be with him for like 3 months. So I can take my harmonica and I could play it for every stream and just bother the shit out of him. He'd hate me for it. You'd actually hate me for it. It's like a piano, different notes and sides, but like a classy gentleman, you use your mouth instead of your fingers. I went somewhere else in my brain with that. Poor Nat. He has to listen to me. Poor Nat will have to listen to me 24/7 for 3 months straight. And he willingly said yes to this. It's like, yeah, he chose this. He chose this. He chose the despair. But it's okay because I confirmed something. I confirmed that Nat is going to be on more streams. He's gonna appear more. Yay! Can you imagine having Nat on a stream? Ah, the bunny man. He's finally gonna come to power. And before one day, it's just Nat on the stream and I'm not there and he just streams on my channel. I think I actually gave him streaming privileges so he could stream here if he wanted to. More people to talk, more content to end my stressful day. That's what I meant. Wow. Alright, okay. Primary classes. Tag stream happy. Tag team stream happy. Do it. We'd be in the same room. We'd both be on the stream. Okay. So they're all given a class. These are most common object classes used in SCP articles and make up the bulk of objects. Okay, so we've got safe. Safe class SCPs are anomalies that are easily and safely contained. This is often due to the fact that the Foundation has researched the SCP well enough that the containment does not require significant resources, or that the anomalies require a specific, yes, we're doing a lore read. Because I've never done much about, SCP stuff. When you're too annoyed to stream, will you just ask Nat to do it? Nat, could you stream for me? Thanks. You just entertain my... I could go to the bathroom at any point, okay? I don't have to, like... I mean, also the bathroom's, like, 2 steps away from where my desk is in his apartment as well, right? But I could be like, Nat, I need to go pee. Entertain my audience for me. And I could sit him down and he'd be like, hello, it's me. He did want to stream live 2D stuff. But he also wanted a working model for that. I'm gonna make him one. I have many models to make. I want him to do an Abby impression the whole stream. It's just a stream where he's Nat and he's just like, he's Abby. It's like, actually, that's fun enough. That's one of the channels that I've actually watched. I watched a bit of the dramatized reading of SCP files stuff. They go into stuff and things like that. They go into like the files and like talk about them and stuff like that, and different even like the different like multiverse versions of them too, which is pretty cool. Okay, so safe class SCPs are anomalies that are easily and safely contained. This is often due to the fact that the Foundation has researched the SCP well enough that containment does not require significant resources, or that the anomalies require a specific and conscious activation or trigger. Classifying an SCP as safe, however, does not mean that the handling or activating it does not pose a threat. For a complete list of safe articles on the site, click here. Oh, okay. Not sure if you can say the channel names here. I forget what it's called, but you can tell me what the name is, unless it's like against TOS. But you can say it. I have no problem against that, because I'm pretty sure. I think it's the one that I watched. Is it the one that I watched? Is it that one? Hold on. I'm in private. Like, let me. YouTube. Oh yeah, this is some of the one that I have watched. Yeah, I've seen some of this guy. Yeah, it's the same one. It's the same one. There's an animated one as well that I saw, but I haven't watched any of their videos yet. But I plan to. But yeah, I've never really gotten too much into SCP, so I was like kind of wanting to educate myself a little bit, and it seemed like such a cool thing to do for Halloween. And it's like, for Spooktober, it's like, you know, make things a little more interesting. Okay. Euclid? Euclid? How do I pronounce this word? Euclid? Euclid? Oh, hold on. How do I pronounce this word? Google Translate. No, Google Translate. Google Translate. Hold on. Oh, I have to go into like the actual app to like type it.
Euclid.
Euclid. Okay. Euclid. Euclid. Oh, you could have read it here. I didn't realize I had alt-tabbed off of the chat. Euclid. Okay. Euclid class SCPs are anomalies that require more resources to contain completely, or where containment isn't always reliable. Usually this is because the SCP is insufficiently understood or inherently unpredictable. Euclid is the object class with the greatest scope, and it's usually a safe bet that the SCP will be this class if it doesn't easily fall into any of the other object classes. As a note, any SCP that's autonomous, sentient, or a sapient is generally classified as Euclid due to the inherent unpredictability of an object that can act or think on its own. And we have Euclid haircuts. You wish there were more stories with Thaumiel class SCPs? Oh. Okay. Well, we'll get to that one. That one's here. Alright, then we have Keter. Keter class SCPs are anomalies that are exceedingly difficult to contain consistently or reliably, with containment procedures often being extensive and complex. The Foundation often can't contain these SCPs well due to not having a solid understanding of the anomaly, or lacking the technology to properly contain or counter it. A Keter SCP does not mean the SCP is dangerous, just that it is simply very difficult or costly to contain. Okay. Thaumiel. Thaumiel class SCPs are anomalies that the Foundation specifically uses to contain other SCPs. Even the mere existence of Thaumiel class object is classified at the highest levels of the Foundation, and their locations, functions, and current status are known to few Foundation personnel outside of the O5 Council. What's the O5 Council? Okay, then there's Neutralized. Neutralized SCPs are anomalies that are no longer anomalous, either through having been intentionally or accidentally destroyed or disabled. Apollyon. Wait, there's more. There's more. There's more. I thought it was just these ones. I thought it was just Thaumiel, Keter, Euclid, and Safe. I didn't know there was more. Apollyon class SCPs are anomalies that can't be contained, are expected to breach containment immediately, or some other similar scenario. Such anomalies are usually associated with world-ending threats or a K-class scenario of some kind, and require a massive effort from the Foundation to deal with. Oh. The O5 are the heads of the SCP organization, a shadowy group that controls the multiple sites and operations like a parliament. Oh, okay. So they're basically like the government of SCP. Interesting. Archon. Archon class SCPs are anomalies that could theoretically be contained, but are best left uncontained for some reason. The fucks. Hello, Nana. Kinda. No one knows who they are. So did they just send messages like through like weird messages to people? Is that how they just do it? Is it like one of those kind of things? Wait, there is a nine-tailed fox team. Wait, there's a nine-tailed fox team? I want to know about that. Okay. Archon SCPs may be part of consensus reality that is difficult to fully contain or may have adverse effects if put in containment. These SCPs are not uncontainable. The defining feature of the class is that the Foundation chooses to not put the anomaly into containment. Why did Alex get bonked by... Why can he say that? Something? And I'm doing well, Nanny. I'm doing alright. How are you doing today? Okay. Non-standard object classes. The following object classes are subclasses that supplement the object's primary or former application. They send emails and such via offices and secretaries. It's like a research facility, only it's global, and the guys in charge are weird and don't show up. Oh. That's kind of fishy. You're tired as always. Oh. What's the lockbox test? Oh, the lockbox test is an informational guideline used to determine an object's most appropriate object class. It goes like this. If you lock it in a box, leave it alone, and nothing bad will happen, then it's probably safe. If you lock it in a box, leave it alone, and you're not entirely sure what will happen, then it's probably a Euclid. If you lock it in a box, leave it alone, and it easily escapes, then it's probably Keter. If it is the box, then it's probably Thaumiel. If you can't fit it in a box and it's about to end the world, then it's probably a Polyon. The Nine-Tailed Fox team is a special team sent out to contain escaped SCPs, escape D-class, or to contain newly found SCPs. Ah. If you could have locked it in a box but chose not to, then it's probably Archon. Okay. Note that as special consideration, something that is autonomous, alive, and or saving is almost always at least Euclid class. That is, if you lock a living thing in a box and forget about it, it will eventually suffocate or starve to death, and that's not a good outcome. Something that is intelligent could also end up being smart enough to outwit its containment procedures and or cooperating with the Foundation's attempts to contain it, making it more dangerous than it otherwise might be. Okay, so I understand. So if the SCP were to contain me, I would be Euclid. I would be Euclid class. I mean, because I'm... Oh, but I mean, if I was more powerful, I would most certainly be Keter. If I had all my foxtails, if I had all 9 foxtails, and I was at the height of my power, right? Because I've not reached the height of my power yet. I would be a bit more dangerous. You assume Keter with how loot you are, but Euclid is a start. Considering that I only have 2 tails and my powers at the moment are not of greatest standings, I would be Euclid for now, for sure. If an SCP is very dangerous, should its object class be higher? No, danger is not really affecting SCP's object class, as has been rated several times above this, as an item's object class is more based on the difficulty of containment rather than the danger it otherwise poses. For example, a button that can destroy the entire universe when it's pressed would be safe, whereas a cat who randomly switches place with another cat anywhere on Earth would be considered Keter. Oh. There's a fox demon thing. Redacted info makes it hard to determine. In containment, and it's bewitched the guy who brought it in, and he keeps going to see her. Oh. Do you know what number that one is? I'd like to read it, honestly. That'd be interesting. I wonder if the other kitsunes have been taken. And you have no power? You're just a baby. It's a baby. It's a baby. There's like a standard template and everything. Okay, so this is like the series. Okay, we can get rid of these two tabs. I'm covered in tabs right now. Okay. Do you know what kind of class it is? Because I could probably go and try and find it. Would it be Keter or Euclid? I'll try Keter. Allison Eckhart. Your bet is Keter. Dr. Class proposal. Redacted for questionable reasons. Let out to ensure safe being. Okay. Not girl's proposal. You ended up being a familiar. Oh yeah, there's two ways that you could go. Browsing the internet with light mode on. I have dark mode on. I need to get that thing where it just has like, I need to get the extension to make dark mode everywhere. I need that. I need to get that. Okay. There's a lot of SCP-01. Oh, is this telling you the language? Because if you go into 01, I tried to look at 01 and, oh. Your favorite is the Catholic succubus that is super devout and really just wants to pray all day, and she can't wear clothes due to allergies. Life's weird. Then there's a Dr. Wright and Site 12. Oh, okay. Okay, Kellen's proposal. Alright. Interest. Okay. What's this one? Oh, it's an image. It's an image one. Interesting. You curious about the succubus? Yeah, that would be interesting to know. There are a lot of SCP-001. We don't know which one is real. It's a secret they hide by making a lot of them. All of the possibilities terrifying. Yeah. Okay. Because I tried to go on 01 earlier and it said it was for classified personnel only. So I couldn't even access it. Interesting. Alright, what's Dr. Class proposal? Item SCP-001. SCP-001 photograph from the vantage point at Site 0. Note the 4 flaming wings. Pendulums located above and either side the figure. Oh, damn. This one's a weird one. So it's like Euclid / Keter? With wings like that, yeah, okay, makes sense. Because of the nature of SCP, this is another 01? Is another number 1? It's a Fury from Metal Gear 3. Because of the nature of SCP-001, no containment procedures are necessary. 24/7 monitoring of SCP-001 is to take place from a safe 10 kilometers plus distance from a predetermined location, Site 0. The location of Site 0 is only known to the current SCP administrator and the single overseer level agent of Abrahamic faith. 0514. Find fancy 14, it's all come together. The idea is that SCP-001 is so dangerous that even knowledge of it would be an apocalypse event, and considering it's a literal god of destruction, they are bullshitting into containment, and little Cthulhu's child in containment unknown of SCP-001 must be something horrible. Interesting. So, this is not SCP-001, but it's something else. I don't know. I wanna try and find a fox. What's 20? I wanna try and find the fox. Ah, it's just mold! It's mold! I don't wanna read about mold! Okay, what about... What's this one? Is it J? Is it in Japanese? No. Okay. 1003. It's an adult tapeworm of the innocuous granules is known as causing Hydatid disease. 9. Okay, hold on. Okay, 9. Okay, 953. Oh, I've heard about the flesh that hates. I know that one. I've read that one. Let's see. Okay, so 953. Polymorphic humanoid? Okay, Keter. SCP-953 is to be kept in a Type 4 containment cell. So, 4 by 3 by 3. At the end of hallway 99 at site 17, subject to be provided the following. Okay, well, we'll have a look at this one. Ah, no, female red fox. Female red fox. Okay. 1.5 kilograms of fresh, liver daily for consumption, clean drinking water in plentiful quantities, clean bedding, futon and blankets to be exchanged by the subject and laundered weekly. Small luxury items, plum wine, reading materials, etc. may be provided as an occasional reward for good behavior as part of psychological conditioning. That's typical and most conditioning stuff. Direct human contact with SCP-953 is strictly forbidden due to SCP-953's mind-altering properties. For this reason, all personnel must respect a 100-meter safe zone where a hermetically sealed door is opened. Delivery of food and other items will be carried out by an automated robotic assistant. Should containment fail, SCP-953 can be theoretically terminated by gunfire. However, due to its nature, recognizing SCP-953 may be difficult. Because of the inadequacy of purely physical containment procedures to control SCP-953, psychological containment is also necessary. For this reason, the approach to SCP-953's containment chamber is to be lined with open cage dog kennels, preferably of the Korean Jindo or American Foxhound breed. Oh yeah, because most kitsunes have a fear of dogs. I'm actually one of the rare ones that don't have that. A lot of kitsunes have a fear of dogs, so they don't like canines, right? Meanwhile, I have a pet dog. I took into human culture maybe a little too well. SCP-953 displays an extreme phobia of domesticated canines and will not pass within 10 meters of one, especially when canines are barking or alerted. Yeah, kitsunes really do not like dogs. So this is pretty on par. Like, that's what you normally hear. I remember when I first debuted and I talked about having my dog, and someone asked me, they were like, wait, but I thought kitsunes didn't like dogs. And I went, no, I like dogs. But I think that's just because I really humanized myself more than most kitsunes, to be fair. It does happen. We don't all hate dogs. But the phobia is pretty common. SCP-953 is to be considered hostile to human life, dangerous, and armed at all times. Any transport must be done under the supervision of at least 6 armed personnel. Its preferred killing method is a bare-handed strike to the abdomen, penetrating the abdominal cavity and removing the liver, which it will later consume. If given time, however, it will choose to linger over its kill, torturing its victim, as it seems to enjoy the infliction of pain upon other sentient being. She sounds like a Nogitsune. Description. SCP-953 is a female red fox. Vulpes vulpes, of course. Approximately 8 kilograms in weight, with a spine that splits around the 26th vertebrae into 9 separate tails. Subject displays polymorphic properties, however, allowing it to take the form of various other objects and beings, most commonly an attractive Korean female. Of course. Oh yeah, I guess you guys have never actually seen my true form either, right? You've never seen what I look like in fox form. Funnily enough, these are my actual colors. I took a more closer to closer to real fox look when I came, because you can change your colors, right? But this is more closer to my actual color. So, but yeah, honestly, a lot of us feel much more comfortable to be in human form because you have opposable thumbs. Really, having opposable thumbs is pretty good. If you want to run and like get away, fox form is definitely by far the best. Yeah, it is because of the boobs. We're pretty lewd. I mean, it's very common for kitsunes to take the form of females because lots of females. Weak flesh beings. Look, there's some advantages to having opposable thumbs, okay? Subject will display some vulpine aspect. Ears, tail, paws, fur, eyes, fur, voice, mannerisms in all of its alternate forms. This can serve to identify the subject should it attempt disguise, although SCP-953 will attempt to conceal its tails through clothing and other methods. This is true. One of the hardest things you'll notice about all kitsunes are kind of like this. It's very hard to mask all of our fox-like features. So for instance, I have a hard time masking my ears and my tail, right? Only in the machine are we free. You need to kidnap some kitsunes. Wait, who's kidnapping kitsunes? You take whatever form your current master wants. Oh my. Oh my. Your master's lucky. Some of us are quite willing to be like familiars too. Yeah. That's quite a common thing too, you can see. But yeah, it's very usually a kitsune can never really hide all their features. I mean, as we get older and like more powerful, for sure. Like it gets easier. But the tails is probably one of the hardest things to conceal because, I mean, there's a reason why we're growing tails as we get older and get more powerful, you know? In addition to polymorphic abilities, SCP-953 displays moderate level psionic abilities, namely suggestion and telepathy. Although insufficient to fool an outside observer, an entranced subject can be convinced a variety of false facts, including the nature of SCP-953, its own nature, and the nature of things around it. SCP-953 has used this in the past to, among other things, deceive police officers, investigating reports of loud screams from a hotel room, convince a mother to roast and eat her own child, carry out acts of necrophilia upon Agent Ramsey's fiancé in full view of said agent, and succeed in the systematic murder of 27 attendees of YIFCON. Oh, YIFCON. 20-something. Oh boy. That part has been erased for our things. Okay. Addendum 1. Prior history. SCP-953 has been encountered by the SCP Foundation and its predecessors numerous times, with the first encounter having taken place in Busan, Korea, shortly after the Second World War. Did I hear YIFCON? Yeah. You heard YIFCON. So it begons. To date, SCP-953 has escaped and recovered 6 times, resulting in the deaths of blank SCP agents during various incidents. After its latest escape, SCP-953 was not heard from for over X amount of years until suddenly resurfacing in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on June 20-something at YIFCON. Alright. It happened in June? Ah! What's happening? Ah! Julie! Julie! Ah! Julie! Julie! Hello, Raiders! Hello. Hello. I am Professor Zenko. Look at my finger wiggle. Look at my finger wiggle. Hello. My name is Abby Zenko. Professor Zenko. Today we are studying SCP. Secure, contain, protect. Yes. Welcome in. Welcome into the lecture. We're learning about kitsunes. Oh wait, Julie was playing. Oh, you were playing Yakuza. Konbanwa. Yes. Don't call her a kitsune. No, what do you mean? What do you mean I'm dead? I'm not dead, I'm fine. Hello everybody, my name is Zenko. I'm a two-tailed kitsune Vtuber. Hello. Welcome to the stream everybody. We're just we're reading SCP. Yes. I'm not dead. I'm reading the entry. Don't worry, I'm fine. How was Yakuza? You're learning a lot about yourself in the process. I'm just confirming things as well. I'm like, yes, okay. Which had been in the... Okay. Oh no, I just realized. We didn't finish the sentence. She was attending YIFCON in the guise of a furry enthusiast. Oh god. If bread is pain in French, then I own a fucking bakery. Konbanwa. Don't worry, I'm fine. Before being captured, SCP-953 carried out over 24 murders of convention staff and attendees, more than during any other single incident to date. The mutilated bodies were found in various places throughout the hotel, including inside a mattress, hanging from a shower curtain, and served as the main course at a hotel banquet. Oh my god. Definitely a no kitsune. Surviving attendees were administered Class A amnesiatics and released from Foundation custody. It's technically not a kitsune. Kinda. Species classification is difficult with the paranormal. Due to multiple cultures, it's hard to narrow it down, mainly because she isn't as submissive as researchers would like or deem safe, even for D class sometimes. Considering how she seems to come from Korean descent more than Japanese descent, I mean, it's just basically like races for kids, for like fox people, really. I think that's what it is. So the different kind of descent is kind of, you know, like the different descent is probably just where she's from. She sounds very much like a Yako, for sure. The Zenko don't kill people in YIFCON. And they definitely don't dress up as a furry enthusiast. Foundation personnel assigned to capture SCP-953 after the latest incident noted that the subject appeared listless and apathetic and did not resist capture. No further casualties have resulted from SCP-953 from that date. Addendum 2. Special Emergency Order. A misidentification of her species intends to violently agitate SCP-953. All personnel are to be hereby ordered to refer to her as Kumiho and not a kitsune. Personnel asking what the differences are to be reminded that the difference between Cherokee Indian and New Delhi Indian. And someone from the council says that. Okay, this makes sense now. Okay. I understand. Again, that's exactly what I said. It's different races. We're all the same thing. We're just different races. So, I am a kitsune in the race of fox people, but I'm not a Kumiho, it's definitely a Korean, more of a Korean one. I sense a Korean theme. She picks a Korean lady to be like. Very interesting, you know? Very interesting. So yeah, it's just different races. That's all it is. It's a metric effect. I am uncontained and spread the knowledge. Sometimes maybe. Depends on context. Also, hello there. Todoroki is like, Nani? I'm Addendum 4, Folkloric Control Procedures. As a reminder, staff assigned to SCP-953 are to follow all instructions for interacting with the subject, no matter how odd or arbitrary they may seem. Keep in mind that the people of Asia interacted with these beings for centuries before we came onto the scene. Think what we think of as fairy tales were their version of special containment procedures. An interview with the capture team following initial... Ooh, there's a capture team. Memetric. Oh, memetric. Like meme, but using the scientific way, which is kind of lame. Well, there's an interview. Interviewed. Agent blah blah blah. Henceforth referred to as Agent. Just take that strawberry milk and leave me. That's too high for me. Strawberry milk. Yum. I like strawberry milk. I mean, as the Wilkes Booth Oswald protocol, all information on O5's prior identity has been removed. Interviewer. Assistant Director blank. Henceforth referred to as Interviewer. Forward. The interview took place on 2 days after the capture of SCP 953 on See SCP Appendix 5? There's only 4. Casualties revolting from. Okay. Strawberry flavored all organic fox milk. Sign me up. Have you heard about Fox Mega Milk? I can teach you about Fox Mega Milk. Like a good old Fox Mega Milk. It's only $6.69. I promise you. It's a good buy. Was the only survivor of the incident during which he accomplished a task of capturing SCP-953 alive. The following is a transcript after the action debriefing that took place following SCP's 953's securement. Wait, what was the date for it? It was in 19something. So this is before she escaped and did the YIFCon thing. Someone say Fox Mega Milk? Yeah. I did. $6.69 for a bottle of Fox Mega Milk. Fox not included. You don't need it. You don't need it. You don't need it. Class, are you paying attention? You need the Fox Mega Milk to pay attention. Get your Fox Mega Milk to pay attention. Okay, addendum on but this transcript was digitalized under the Foundation Modernization Directive. Confirmation of file integrity confirmed by tech operator Some formatting, terminology, and compatibility discrepancies with modern interview logs may exist due to the restructuring of where possible, current equivalents may have been appended. Yes, we did, and do I have a deal for you? Oh no, you got a deal for the Mega Milk? That honestly can't be good. Can't be good to get a deal for the Mega Milk. Alright, we begin the log. Let's begin. Please state your name, rank, and registry number for the record. Agent 5th Squad, Eastern Division. Note the following the restructuring of this unit was redesignated Mobile Containment Task Force Theta 3. Scylla Daggers. Okay. Just want to take a moment to thank our sponsor, Fox Mega Milk PTD LT. All new flavors, same lewd taste. Hi, have you heard about our sponsor? Fox Mega Milk. With Fox Mega Milk, you too can get that streamy strawberry taste from the just like from the bosom. At Fox Mega Milk. At Fox Mega Milk, you can feel that creamy goodness inside your mouth all the time for just $6.69. And now, back to your regular scheduled program. Get a model with the Fox Mega Milk t-shirt. I'm pretty sure we could add that. I'll take your entire stock. The stream took a turn. A fox girl gonna eat buddy sponsors of the way forward. That is how you get people to drink milk. It's like milk, but from the bosom. Anyway, thanks. Can you tell me what you remember about the events on and around Alright, where do you want me to start? How about the beginning? Where were you when you got your orders? Data expunged. Thank you for clearing that up. Can you tell me what happened when you arrived on site? Yeah, no problem. We got on site and went to the morgue. Took a look at the bodies. I used the cover story of a report investigating the crimes. Told them Agent 1 and Agent 2 were my photographer and assistant. Turns out they were thinking that it was a wild animal based on the nature of the wounds and eyewitness accounts. Any R34 artists in chat? Oh, no. It may not be what society call legal or moral, but what does society know anyway? Wait, no, I'm scared. It's gonna be Rule 34 art of me. It's gonna be a bad idea. There was an eyewitness? Yeah, a little old lady. Went out into the rice field to take a piss and saw it eating her cow. She was more mad than scared. Actually kept complaining about where she was gonna get another cow in this day and age, with the times being as tough as they were. She got a good look at it, though, and described it as a data expunged. Looking back, I think that's where the problem started. I don't think there's any Rule 34 art of me. There is? Why have I not seen it? Why have I not seen it if there's any Rule 34 art? Did people just not want to send it to me? Should I be scared? Can you explain? Remember how Agent 1 and Agent 2 were both but I was Yeah. The thing is, both our cultures have stories of these kinds of monsters in it, but it's different in folklore. The stories tend to romanticize. You get stories of monsters falling in love with humans and things a lot. Hell, they even joked about trying to score a wife out of this. Wife out of this. Not in the stories my grandma told, though. The sadistic old bitch loves scaring me, and she data expunged. Good question, where are they? JK? No, I'm kind of sad. I want someone to draw lewd art. After all the milking jokes, yes, you should be. The rest of us, however, cowabunga it is. Oh my god. Data corrupted. I saw this girl sitting under a waterfall, combing out her hair. Not naked. She had this thin robe on. Beautiful girl, too. But we knew it had to be her because of her feet. She was trying to hide them. She wasn't doing it right. Agent 1 and Agent 2 smiled. Even I thought we had the edge on her. Oh god, we were stupid. Please explain. She knew we were after her. She knew we knew what she was. She was, it's like a spider. She was pulling us into a web. Pretended to let her guard down. just enough so that we could feel smug in our overconfidence. I don't know. I should have tried something. I should have done something. I could always make my own. It's not as fun when you make your own, you know? I mean, I have drawn stuff, but I just don't want to put it outside into the public. There's none yet. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm just a little baby. People don't want to draw me. Okay. Do you need a moment? No. I'll go on. She told us she had a cottage nearby, offered to serve us dinner, introduce us to the others. Oh, why God, why did I agree? Agent 1 and Agent 2 thought we should go with her, said there was a chance there might be others. She was lying. She knew there was no one else, but she knew that we'd never pass up the chance to capture multiple Upart. Oh, thank you so much, Todoroki, for the sub. Oh, thank you so much. You are now a tea lover. Yes, you're a tea lover now. You love all the tea. Please enjoy your little teacup emote. Your little teacup and your little emotes. Yay. Okay, out of place artifacts. This designation was replaced with SCP in the restructuring. Okay. She took us to this cottage. Pretty little place, you know. Old and rustic, but really homey. Took us inside, served us dinner. She was a perfect... What did Agent 1 call it? Perfect wife. Demure, kind, sweet, respectful. Served us... I remember it was rice and pickled turnips and some kind of meat. I thought it was pork or beef. It was delicious though. Went to bed feeling sleepy and tired. Woke up and saw that Agent 1 wasn't there. Feared he'd gone to take a piss or something, so I decided to go for one myself. Went behind a bush and saw... Well, she was there with Agent 1 and they were... I mean... Please go on. Do you mind if I say this part off the record? It's not very... Agent 1 and the Kimio, they were doing it. They were doing it. If it smells funny and kind of like pork, it ain't pork. Can tell from experience there. Oh yeah, it was like definitely a human meat for sure. And oh, thank you so much, Lord of Memes, 465 for the follow. Welcome to the Tea Jennies. Yeah, really. That SCP know her way around humans. It's kind of like a Black Widow. After you fuck it, you kill it, you know? As you wish. Thank you. What did you see after that? She bit it. She bit it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, she bit it off. Oh, she bit it off. Please elaborate. She just bit it off. All of it. And then she spit it out and showed it him. Just so he could see it happening. You have to be careful with the fangs. Yes. What do you think she bit off? They were doing something very, very lewd. What do you think she had bit off and was showing him? He couldn't believe it at first. Then he was trying to scream, but she torn his throat out with her teeth. Then she made her hand like this and stabbed it into his belly. Agent 1 was gurgling and trying to push her off, and he was bleeding all over the place. But she just pushed him into the ground and started working her fingers in his belly. Reached in deep and pulled something. It must have been his liver. It was the right shape and color. Just pulled it out like that. She was gutting a fish and swallowed it whole. Leon! Leon! Naughty! Naughty, naughty! I need something to whack my chopsticks against. Naughty Leon! Do you want your dick ripped off as well? Don't succumb to this. This is what you don't do, right? If a yakko comes up and says, hey, you wanna fuck, say no. Right? It's not the answer. No, I'm sorry. Go aside, but you must learn. You must learn. She was giving him the hobgoblin slobber knobber double-decker pecker wrecker and took it too far. Leon, no. Leon, no. Liam, no. Leon, there's worse ways to go. That's true. There is worse ways. I'll give you that. Leon, yes. Leon, always yes. Swallowed it whole. Like a snake. She just one gulp like that. Then she started peeling his skin off, like an orange or something. I didn't stop to watch. I ran back to the room, shook Agent 2 awake, told him we needed to get going. Grab your gun. He didn't. I went for our weapons, grabbed my 45, and then Agent 1 walked in asking what was wrong. So I shot him. You shot him? I saw him die. He was dead. She killed him. It had to be her. Are you sure? Perhaps you were mistaken. Oh, she fucked with his mind. That's your name, so you have the cover. Oh, do we have two Leons? Are you Leon as well, Todoroki? Oh no. I have to be worried. I have to be worried. Don't worry. I'm telling the other Leon off. She tore his guts out and ate them. He was dead and his eyes were glowing yellow. What the hell kind of human being has glowing yellow eyes? Ah, it's a common problem. Ah, fuck that. You got catch hands. Do you have a license? I see. Please proceed. Agent 2 grabbed his gun, then pointed it at me, started yelling at me to put the gun down now. I was yelling at him to look at her, but he was screaming that he was going to shoot me in the head because I was a dirty... He always knew I was one. And now I just proved it. Data expunged, and that's when the bitch grabbed him from behind and the gun went off. Is this when you were injured? Yeah, he shot me in the arm. Flesh part, upper shoulder. I fell down screaming and God, it hurt so bad. Data expunged. Loud cackling laugh. Oh God, if I thought my grandma's was scary. This bitch, she was... If the devil were a lady, that's what he'd sound like. Hi, Itsui! Is this edophantic reading stream? Kind of. Kind of. It may as well be at this point. Sleeping with an SCP is like telling Tchaikovsky he can't use cannons as a musical instrument. It doesn't end well. Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't end well like that. Redacted ran for it. Crawled into the living room where we'd had dinner earlier that night and tried to slam the door shut. Rice paper screens, not going to help. But I needed something between us. Redacted killed him and laid where the dining table had been. And laid him out where the dining table had been. His eyes were wide open and his skin was flayed open like a butcher's. Oh God. There were the bowls, the ones we'd been eating out, but the meat, it wasn't beef or pork, it was him. And the rice, maggots crawling in his flesh, and he'd have to have been dead for days, but how? We'd seen him in the base of the mountain just yesterday. I threw up. There were some of them still alive, crawling in my vomit. I just... Ugh. Do you need a break? No, I can do this. I was deep in the fairy tale. I just needed to complete it. I didn't have any data expunged. Data corrupted. Wasn't much of a pungy stick, but it got her straight through the gut. Slowed her down a bit. Data corrupted. Dragging myself across the river. Couldn't swim. Hit my head on the rocks. Went downstream at least half a mile through the rapids. She didn't even try to follow me downriver. Must have gone around because later, data corrupted. It had to be fire. The third was always fire. I got to the van about the time the sun came up. Broke a window, went to the back. There was a flamethrower. Sorry, a defluent projector. There for the sterilization if needed. So I grabbed it, flicked the sparker, managed to get it around just as she came out of the tree line. Data corrupted! And that was when the retrieval team found you with Upart? With the Upart. Yeah, they took her away and got me to a hospital. I had a raging infection for days. Not surprising, I guess. You see, children, whenever you meant anything that isn't human and doesn't comply with local law enforcement, employs the Flammenwerfer. The Flammenwerfer is God's great equalizer. You just realized you have a feather in your cup. Are you in a cult? No. This is... It's Totaro themed from Final Fantasy XIV. It's Totaro themed. It's literally... there's a teapot to match as well. It's Totaro themed. From 14. There's leaves in it as well. Yeah. Is she in a cult? Mate, we are the cult. Oh no. I didn't know we were a cult. That's bad. One last thing. You've been on the record as opposing the Upart's termination. Given your personal experiences, I'm really not sure why you'd want something as dangerous as this to live. Can you please elaborate? Redacted. I'm not sure I understand. Are you saying that you sympathize with her? Sympathize? I don't know. No, I can't say that I do. She'd kill me just as soon as look at me. Just out of spite. Because she is spiteful. She'd kill me just to watch me die. But what she's trying to do, if she does it, then she redacted. Look at them, the massive personalities. They form a cult of their own. Are you also on record as opposing her terms of confinement? Because it's dangerous. Like I said, she's spiteful. Every little slight in her eyes she saves up, and the only way she knows how to repay an insult is death. Chaining her to the wall like an animal? When she gets out, and she will get out, she's going to kill everyone who had the slightest thing to do with it. She won't settle for anything else. You have also paid her several visits in her holding cell. Yes, I have. What do you talk about? No answer. Agent, you had a harrowing, traumatic experience based around this individual. In order to survive, you had to, in your own words, get into her head and realize how she ticks. One might even say there was some time you spent as her captive during the hunt in the woods. I don't know what you're getting at. Have you ever heard of Stockholm Syndrome? Yes, it is possible that... No. No? No. Just no. Thank you for your time, Agent. End log. Closing statement. Agent Blank is to be transferred to Site 51 for psychological analysis and debriefing. The Upart in question is to be remanded to secure confinement protocols as indicated in document 953 Aleph. On a side note, I am appalled by the level of superstition by Agent throughout the course of this interview. I am recommending that his suggestions regarding containment be disregarded for a more scientific approach. We're not old Korean fishwives here. Wow. I'm sure we can think of something more effective than dogs and needles. And yet, in her containment now, there are dogs. Could be worse. He could have been sent after the SCP with many voices or Shy Guy. Jeez. Addendum as of SCP-953 has made 3 escape attempts, each time resulting in deaths of those operatives most closely involved in her confinement. Agent was approved to return to active duty on and continues to serve with the Restricted Mobile Task Force Theta 3. So he's still working. Interesting. He lived through that and he's still doing it. But that's interesting because he told them, yeah, like they're like, we're not Korean fishwives here. Don't do that. We can have more containment than dogs and needles. And then what do? They have half a way to container is with dogs. That's what they do. That's what they do. They have dogs. Okay, that was a pretty good one. I like that one. Let's see if we can find another good. I'm just gonna go for like different names. What's a dream bitch? Lunar anomaly, lullabies, cow seeds, bloodthirsty nail polish. Okay, what's this? Bloodthirsty nail polish? Oh my god. SCP-829 in its bottle. It's on a bottle. It's apparently a safe one. Okay. What does it do? Okay. SCP-829 is to be stored in a secured room at Sector 19 in a standard nail polish bottle that is kept locked in a transparent Level 2 security container. This room must be guarded by at least 2 Level 2 security personnel at all times. Hold on, what does Level 2 do? Restricted. Level 2 security clearances are given to security and research personnel that require direct access to information regarding anomalous objects and entities in containment. Most research staff, field agents, and containment specialists hold a Level 2 security. Okay. So most people have this one. A bucket. Okay. Security personnel and a spare bottle will accompany SCP-829 whenever it is removed from its containment room. All personnel must undergo psychological examinations before they are allowed to interact with subjects of SCP-829. Any persons who show signs of excessive compliant behavior must immediately be removed from the presence of subjects of SCP-829. Note: SCP-829 appears to be equally effective on both males and females. For clarity, this document will assume that the subject of SCP-829 is female. Description: SCP-829 is a volume of nail polish, typically 3 to 10 cc in size, composed primarily of blank and blank brand nail polish, but also variable amounts of water, human blood from multiple individuals, and small amounts of a large number of organic compounds. For a complete list of compounds detected in SCP-829, see document 829-CM. Okay. SCP-829 is able to generate more of itself by absorbing water vapor from surrounding air and by drinking human blood dripped into its bottle. If neither water vapor nor blood is available, SCP-829 becomes dormant and does not appear to exhibit negative effects from extended dormancy. To date, researchers do not know how SCP-829 can utilize so much water and still maintain its properties as a nail polish. When applied to a human subject's fingernails, SCP-829 affects the subject in several ways, depending on how much blood SCP-829 has received recently. If SCP-829 has received no blood recently, the subject feels more seductive and acts more flirtatious and develops a compulsion to prick herself and add her blood to SCP's 829's bottle. Very interesting. This is a weird one. If SCP-829 has received at least a drop of blood recently, the above effects are amplified, and the subject's fingernails evoke a pleasurable sensation in others when touched to their skin. All of these effects get stronger as more blood is given to SCP-829, though a certain percentage of people, at least 15%, are especially persuadable by fingernail contact no matter how much has been given. When SCP-829 has received enough blood, the subject can make her fingernails sharp enough to shred fabrics, gouge wood, and easily slice through flesh, although they have little effect on materials of Vickers hardness greater than 120. Okay. Subjects affected by SCP-829 follow the same general pattern of behavior. On initial application, the subject will invariably prick herself and feed a bit of her blood to SCP-829. You have to go to bed. Thanks for all the laughs. Look at SCP-575. It's short but straight out of your fucking nightmares. Okay, hold on. I'll go get it. 575. Predatory darkness. Okay. Right, we'll look at that. We'll look at that one later. Have a good night, Zerx, and thank you so much again for coming. Have a good night. Sleep well. Okay. Once SCP-829 has been reapplied, the subject will initiate a sexual relationship with another person, the target. As the relationship develops, the subject will introduce bondage and domination into the relationship, with herself in the dominant role. Wait, what happened? What happened, Nat? Huh. Hello? Yes, I remember. He's playing Minecraft. That can't be good. You found all of it. But isn't it meant to despawn? SCP-230 has an interesting name. Okay. What the... Maybe something happened with the server that it just stayed? That's how I'm feeling with that. Minecraft be spooky. This must be SPP Minecraft. No, you're not complaining either. I would imagine you would be. Okay. The subject will also start to scratch the target with her fingernails and draw blood, some of which the subject feeds to SCP-829. The target generally derives pleasure from these scratches. Oh no. After a variable length of time, most often 6 to 12 weeks, the subject will restrain the target to a wall or table. The encounter will begin as usual, but the subject will use her fingernails to slowly and systematically eviscerate the target, while trying to keep the target alive as long as possible. The target will initially continue to derive pleasure from the touch of the subject's fingernails until the pain and trauma inflicted by the subject on the target overwhelms the pleasure the target has derived from the encounter. The subject will collect a large amount of the target's blood in SCP-829's bottle, often more than should fit. Shortly after the target expires, the subject will start the cycle anew, although the effects of SCP-829 will already be quite strong, making the next relationship much easier to initiate. Jesus. How you want to die? Leon, why are you just finding ways that you want to perish? Wait, we're talking about demonic nail polish. Please understand. Once SCP-829 has received sufficient blood from enough different targets, the subject will introduce SCP-29 to her current sexual partner and attempt to apply SCP-829 to the target's fingernails. Willing targets become affected by SCP-29 just as the original subject. Unwilling targets, well, data expunged. No, just awakens. Oh, he's like, oh, I found a new fetish. You know, when something happens and you're just like, oh. I mean, I had that day, you know. I looked at some girl's boobs like one day. I was like, oh, I'm bisexual. Oh, I have awoken. I like women too. And I'm like, am I a lesbian? Am I, or do I like guys too? And then I looked at guys and I went, oh no, I like these too. Yeah, yes. Me with slime crush. Both subjects will together continue the flirtation to excavation cycle, seducing some targets individually and others together. As progressively more blood is given to SCP-829, the subjects will periodically recruit more targets as new subjects for SCP-829. However, if SCP-829 is not fed enough blood, then one subject, usually the newest recruit, will become a standard target, whom the remaining subjects will then restrain and disembowel. For more information, see Case Study 829 CS01. Me with every fetish. Addendum 1 /blank/19. Okay, so this is a 19 something. So it's in the 1900s. Dr. Blank was brought in to assist researching subject 829-14, a 28-year-old Asian American female. During the initial interview, the subject brushed her fingernails across Dr. M's skin, eliciting an unexpected response. Approximately 3 hours later, both were apprehended when Dr. was helping the subject escape Sector 19. Dr. described a strong compulsion to do what the subject asked of him when touched by her fingernails. This compulsion faded after around 48 hours. The subject was terminated as normal. Addendum 2/2/19 something. So it's again in the 1900s. Due to recent incidents, experimentation of SCP-829 on animals requires a Level 4 authorization. Experimentation on any member of the following taxonomic orders requires O5 authorization. Oh god, the council. Carnivora, Chiroptera, Crocodilia, primates, excepting humans. Oh my god. Okay, that was definitely a weird one. Nail polish. I mean, it's definitely very easy to secure, but it is quite deathly. Okay. SCP-575. It's a Keter class. So this is the one that Zerg's left us with. And it's actually quite short. Bones from SCP-575 nest in blank. Oh, jeez. Okay. Object class. Keter. Special containment procedure. Any and all instances of SCP-575 are to be immediately isolated and contained with Protocol AL-9077. See Advanced Lighting and Emergency Containment Strategies Handbook. Oh, for God's sake. There's so much stuff! And transported to secured containment. Should an instance of SCP-575 exceed a safety containable size, Protocol AL-9077-B should be used to divide and isolate SCP-575 into smaller instances. God. So it can grow. Containment units are to be made of 2 airtight rooms, each sealed by airlocks. The outer room, Containment A, is to remain lit at all times, with no less than 2 backup generators on standby. Light fixtures are to be checked weekly, and any blackouts in Containment A will result in immediate lockdown until total illumination is restored. The inner containment unit, Containment B, is to be coated in a layer of pure calcium both inside and out. Personnel entering Containment B are to be fitted with LED embedded clothing and equipped with portable floodlights in case of emergency. Interaction with SCP-575 should be limited to sample collection and observation. Any samples obtained from SCP-575 must be treated in the same manner as the original source, and all test areas must have calcium lining and emergency illumination procedures similar to those outlined here. Any and all civilian deaths resulting from SCP-575 are to be attributed to wild animal attack / scavenger predation of an already deceased subject. Oh. Should deeper scrutiny be applied, attacks are to be blamed on a serial killer / satanic cult, and any additional information is sealed due to ongoing investigation. Description. SCP-575 appears to be an unknown form of matter, taking the form of series of amorphous black shapes and structures. SCP-575 is difficult to observe as it immediately dissipates when exposed to light. Current testing has been unable to identify if SCP-575 is organic or inorganic. Despite the lack of any visible nervous systems or observable organic components, SCP-575 displays behavior consistent with an active consciousness. So it has a brain. SCP-575 initially manifests in total darkness. How this occurs is unknown. However, tests have shown a variable mass of SCP-575 forming when data expunged variable, along with the time frame. 575 is capable of floating, can alter its density, allowing it to pass through very small openings. Prefers very dark, isolated locations in which to settle after its initial formation, and will remain there until it reaches critical mass at data expunged. 575 grows with the absorption of biological material. It will attack living things by solidifying portions of itself and using these appendages to bludgeon, cut, and crush subjects. The tracking and selection methods used by 575 are currently not understood. Upon disabling a subject, 575 will forcibly tear and crush tissue within the main mass until it's absorbed. That sounds great. 575 is unable to interact with objects rich in calcium, however, and nesting areas for 575 can be identified by the large amount of bones, teeth, and calcified dust around them. 575 is capable of manifesting in any area of total darkness. This appears to be a form of some spontaneous generation and can form in any suitably dark location after data expunged. 575 was initially recovered under the home of Mr. Yeah, it does sound like a good time. And his family. When initial contact was made, 575 had digested the household and had partially consumed a neighbor, one aged... Oh, that's a singular number. That their child. They ate a child. That's a single number. Since the initial contact, that's a 3 number, so that's it's in the hundreds. And so many hundreds of instances of SCP-575 have been recovered, most of which have been in residential homes or large buildings, such as factories and schools. The cause for this patient preference is unknown. However, it has been suggested that the building behaviors of man simply provide more suitable nesting areas, or that SCP-575 somehow needs a nearby human presence. Both theories are under investigation. Footnotes. An action reminiscent of 1219, however, a connection between the two entities have not been made. Oh. Interesting. That one is definitely a weird one. That's a weird one. That's a real weird one for sure. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll try and see if we can read one more. And then we'll call it for today after we read one more. This one sounds like a Cowboy Bebop episode. Kind of does, doesn't it? A nuclear slime, an ancient encyclopedia, long-range alarm clock, duck pond. There was a crooked man. Body farm, ghost sickness. Curious. Reality-bending cat. There's an actual episode where they hunt something described like that. Oh. What is the reality-bending cat? You have to go now. Have a nice stream. Thank you so much for coming, Todoroki. And thank you for the sub again. Have a good evening. And, I hope you have a good night. Oh, is it really? Is it Schrodinger's cat? Oh, are we gonna read about Schrodinger's cat? We should read about Schrodinger's cat. Ah, yes, of course. I can certainly give you a head pat. we go. Ah. Okay, okay. Alright, SCP-795 is to be contained in a 75 by 5 meter area, divided and secured with clear plexiglass walls containing locked doors as follows. A. One wall/door at 5 meters from the far end of the room. SCP-795 lives in the 5 by 5 meter space thus created. One wall door at 35 meters. This defines the outer limit, the area that SCP-795 can affect while contained in Area A. C. One wall's door 65 meters. Area C must be used safely for observation, while SCP-795 is contained in Area A, but must be cleared if interaction is taking place in Area B. D. A standard containment door at 75 meters. This creates a 10 by 5 meter area where SCP-795 can be safely observed while released into Area B. Yeah! SCP stuff! It's been I kind of, I've never, like, managed to, like, get into it too much, so I was like, oh, I kind of want to read it, you know? Okay, 2 level 1 guards are to be posted in Area C. They should move to Area D if SCP is in Area B for an experiment. Due to injury potential, non-D class personnel are not permitted to interact directly with SCP-795. An automated food and water dispenser and litter changer have been installed in Area A to limit unnecessary contact with SCP-795. If necessary, 795 may be tranquilized from a distance and then safely handled. Additional cats exposed to 795 must be contained in an identical manner for a period of 3 hours. Jeez. Okay. SCP-795 is a large, 8.2 kilogram long, black long-haired domestic cat, Felis catus, of indeterminate breed, exhibiting 2 major anomalous abilities. 795 can change the physical form of any living creature it is able to observe within a range of 30 meters. Okay, interesting. 795 can make telepathic suggestions to humans within the above range of effect. 795 can transfer its abilities to other cats within its range of effect, but this effect on the other cat is temporary and dissipates within 3 hours of separation from SCP-795. 795 does not otherwise exhibit any unusual physical or mental abilities. Typically, it will transform anything it considered friendly into another cat in order to play with it. Anything considered unfriendly or dangerous is transformed into a prey animal and then killed and eaten. Use of SCP-795 to terminate recurrent... Oh my god, they used the cat to kill T-class personnel. And they're like, not like, going stuff like, hey, is it good, kitty? It's dinner time. Dinner time, just give, oh, there's a criminal. Cat's like, all right, it's feasting time. So they use the cat just to dispose of D-class members when they're like, not good. Telepathic suggestions have consisted of desires typical of cats: more/better food, softer bedding, toys, and to be let out of its enclosure. Staff may purchase appropriate items for SCP-795 at their own expense. Doctor. Hey, ammo prices are high even for the SCP Foundation. Yeah, you know what? It keeps the cat happy. Cat's like, I want out. Okay. 795's transformations revert after a period of 1 hour after removal from 795's presence. 795 has proven unable to transform itself, inanimate objects, or objects that it cannot see. SCP-795 was originally contained on something 20, so it was 20 something at the Animal Control Center in It's in the US. According to the records found there, SCP-795 is named Junior, was approximately 2 years old upon containment and had been surrendered by a relative of a deceased prior owner. Note from Dr. Blank. We have no idea how she got Junior into the cat carrier and down to blank. A number of unusual conditions were found in the Animal Control Center. All dogs had been euthanized. Cats were roaming the facility freely. The center was so many dollars over budget for cat care and supplies. 3 center staff were missing and presumed victims of SCP-795. The cats were contained by use of tranquilizing gas. Initially, all of the cats in the center exhibit the abilities of SCP-795, but lost their anomalous powers within 3 hours of being contained and separated. That is a really strange cat. Really strange cat. Oh god. I'm not going to be an SCP. We did find the one about the fox girl. She was a 9-tailed fox, but the one she came down more from Korean mythology, so she was not Japanese. So she's not a kitsune. She's a Kimiho or something like that. But she's come from more Korean culture. I mean, we did say, like, we did wonder, like, for a little bit, like, what I would be like as, I'm just gonna put my hand there. Oh, that's not the right button. There we go. We did say, like, what I would be classed as. So, I would be either Euclid or Keter. I think if I have more powers eventually, I would be probably a Keter more than like a Euclid if they ever try to get me. But they'll never get me. There's no reason to get me. I don't pose any threat. Oh, the VR game. It would be pretty fun to do that in VR, I can imagine. Would actually be pretty fun to do that in VR. Do. That one's actually pretty short. Maybe we can find another one. Like one more. What's that? The carnivorous blanket. Swamp woman. Oh yeah, of course it's a horror game. I love horror games. I think doing things in VR is the only way I can get scared by a horror game. Because, honest to God, I really am just like, God damn it, why didn't I not get scared by horror games? I can't get scared by them. The tickle monster. SCP-169-Z has breached containment. This is a joke. Hi, Abby. Ah, shit. Is that mine? Should have known. Okay, let's try... Let's go for, like, Series 3. Deus Ex Machina. A dead future. Preferred option. Personal data assistance of the gods. Is this a big or a small one? I've been checking every local range and it's either really expensive or sold out. Oh no. Okay. This one's a weird one. SCP-2004 is contained at Armed Regulatory Containment Area 02. Standard memetric countermeasures have proven insufficient in the past. Therefore, SCP-2004 is to be handled utilizing Containment Procedure 2004 Blind Lead the Blind. See ARC A-02 Clearance-04 Procedures Manual for more information. Any individuals affected by SCP-2004, hereby dubbed SCP-2004-1, are to be handled in the same manner. Oh my god. Okay, so apparently there's a set of 5 handheld personal data assistants of unknown, possibly extraterrestrial origin. Since acquisition, all but one have been inert and no longer function. SCP-2004 is composed of an unknown material whose molecular structure matches nothing on the Foundation's expanded periodic table of elements. Flexible like plastic, yet resistant to extreme temperatures and physical damage. It's good to cultists stack walking ammo regularly because of situations like this. Oh no. Each device is transparent green and smooth edges with no apparent power source or in/output ports. SCP-2004 activates when it makes physical contact with an active bioelectric field, projecting a 3-dimensional holographic document. The image projected from SCP. I need to drink something. I'm like tripping over my own words. Okay, there we go. The image projected from SCP-2004 is black text on a white background, written in pictographic language, L-2004. It appears to be based on stylized astronomical constellations and molecular chemical bonds using patterns of dots, circles, and slashes to create increasingly complex sentence structure. Reading or hearing L-2004 produces a memetric anomaly, making translation efforts extremely hazardous. As such, only 4% of the document has been translated. See below. So here's the non-metric sample of the symbol. So this is the kind of stuff that you would read. It's a weird way to read. Okay. Early symptoms of L-2004's memetric infection are not immediate and may progress for several days before being recognized. There are good fan films of SCP on YouTube. Oh yeah. I actually saw some animations which were actually look pretty nice. So I kind of want to watch them at some point. Affected subjects, SCP-2004-1. Demonstrate increased anxiety and irritability, obsessive behavior and paranoia and hostility. Instances begin to lose their sense of self or become convinced they are someone else, insisting that their previous life is a carefully designed falsehood. After a period of 6 to 8 days, the language centers of SCP-2004-1's brain are reprogrammed with symptoms similar to agnosia and aphasia. They lose the ability to comprehend or understand any language, written or verbal, save for L-2004. By the end of the second stage, they become fluent in both the written and verbal forms of 2-004 and have observed conversing with other instances of SCP-2-004-1. Oh god. After 14 days, affected subjects exhibit a complete shift in mental faculties and personality. Preliminary tests indicate an increase in cognitive function and heightened states of awareness and intelligence. Hostile to non-affected humans, they actively try to escape containment and work together to spread the anomaly, particularly to those that individual SCP-2004-1 instances felt close to. 5031? Okay. If it's short, we'll do it, because I'm probably gonna... the cat one was meant to be the last one. This is the problem. You get caught up in this. They also demonstrate an unprecedented amount of technical skill. in at least 3 instances using otherwise mundane materials. Separate instances of SCP-2004-1 have manufactured artifacts that are either anomalous or so far beyond the Foundation's current scientific knowledge as to appear so. Artifact number. Okay, there's an EMP device, a generalized ion gas weapon, and a communications device. So there's the SCP Angel is also good. Oh, I think I actually scrolled past the Angel one. Because I think I saw that. Okay, I cannot say this word, but -1-07. So the 7th person that got stuck. Acquired a silver pocket watch from Dr. Blank and modified it using materials removed from a containment cell observation camera and the electronic lock pad. When exposed to a strong magnetic field, such as that produced by an MRI, it created an electromagnetic pulse. SCP-2004-107 attempted to escape in the ensuing confusion and was fatally injured by security forces. Okay, so energized ion gas weapon. As part of experiment T022, SCP-2004-1-15 was provided a variety of non-specific materials to test its technical abilities. After 45 minutes of uninterrupted work, Level 4 supervisors decided to halt the experiment and confiscated the device. When tested under safe conditions, I-002 fired a 1 centimeter ball of ionized plasma measured at 10,000 Kelvin. Jesus. Oh, 001. There's so many of 001. I don't know. We found one with the angel of like basically like a fiery person with like wings. That was the one I saw earlier. But there's so many different ones of one. The device developed a fatal heat buildup during testing, destroying its internal mechanisms. Okay, now we have the communications device. So, 003 was constructed by several instances of SCP-2004-1, building its components separately to avoid notice. The device pirated the intercom and internal data network systems of Area 02, introducing subliminal samples of L-2004 into the facility. Level 4 Supervisor Stephen Sinclair has been posthumously awarded the Foundation Medal of Valor for activating the facility's sarin gas countermeasures, destroying instances of SCP-2001 who are attempting to utilize Keter-level SCPs also housed in Area 02. Jesus. Every day there's a problem. Every day there's some kind of emergency. That's what I've heard. It's just common practice. Oh, how was your work today, honey? Oh, we had like 3 emergencies of like near world ending issues. It's been a day. Currently, there is no method of treating SCP-200-1 once they have entered the second Atheusia stage. Use of Class A amnesiacs during the preliminary Jesus fucking Christ. Can't speak English anymore. Infection period. 1 to 3 days following exposure. Has only had a 60% success rate in removing its effects. Infection is positive on 100% of exposed cases. A partial non-memetric translation of SCP's 2004's display is provided before. Class, wise. Something is invincible. Species, 001 is be confined, homeworld. Any, oh! It has information about 001. Is it this the actual 001 or is it a different 001? How's your day, honey? Oh, 3 doomsday problems happened at work. Nothing much happened. Imagine the amount of casualties the SCP Foundation deals with on a daily basis. How many people did you bury from the Foundation today? About 25. It came to me, just me. Well, this guy talks about 001. Any blank of blank at 001 are blank be removed from blank colonies and blank the blank and return blank homeworld pending application of blank level 4 indoctrination. Level 5 indoctrinated are blank be granted self-containment authority. Level 5 blank 001 blank designated secure blank frontation. Ah, so it's about the secure containment foundation. Secure blank foundation, okay. Species blank 001 is an adaptive blank lifeform known with the blank as in blank level for threat. In no less than blank instances, species blank 001 has caused blank spontaneous anomalies, blank breakdowns, leading blank 15 class blank extinction. It is the judgment of blank committee with the approval of the blank that species blank 001 be contained on blank homeworld until such time that blank processes have achieved blank as described blank the articles of blank. Species blank 001 is blank aggressive, hostile, and blank claim it's blank, and the peoples throughout the blank cannot be subjected to a threat. Under no circumstances is species blank 001 blank be exposed blank language blank, which could result in a catastrophic indoctrination failure and re-emergence of their blank identity and anomalous blank. Do you like blank? I love blank. Blank is amazing. So this is what reading confidential documents feel like. Yeah, it must be. I remember, so I remember my great aunt Kitsune, right? Her brother, he fought in the World War. And he decided to send letters to her, right? And she said she would send letters to him while he was in like Burma or Myanmar, right? And he said he would get the letters. He's like, I can't. He's like, you would send me several pages. He's like, she would send several pages of how life was and how things were going. And so much was blacked out that he was like, I am blank today. Like blankety blank blank. Blank blank blank. Blank blank blank. He's like, there would be like lines, paragraphs to be completely blanked out because like he couldn't read like his sisters. My grandfather just couldn't read her letters. It was so bad. I think you would also like reading Warhammer 40k lore, so rich with stories. I actually have the Slanesh. I actually have the box. I've never put them together or painted them, but I have a box of Slanesh. I wanted to just do the models and stuff like that. But I bought them because I had heard that they were lewd creatures. They were lewd creatures, and I'm like, oh, I want the lewd creatures. Give me the lewd creatures. I want those. I want those. Yeah. But yeah, there is definitely a lot of blankety blanks happening here. Blankety blanks. But yeah, that probably will do us for today because my throat is dying. Reading a lot is reading is a lot. reading is much. But yeah, I like the SCP stuff. We might do more SCP stuff again, like just in general. Loot Zenko. Yeah, I like getting all the Solanesh stuff. I like getting all the Solanesh stuff for like good old fun time, you know? Have a good old fun time with the Slanesh. I just, you know, Professor Zenko is a little old lady. If I do this, I'm very lewd, right? Maybe I shouldn't do this while zoomed in. Twitch will be looking like, Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing there? Miss Zenko, we're gonna have to terminate you. Don't worry, the SCP will never get me. Because I won't do anything to arise their suspicions. I shall live in complete oh. There's an 05, wait, there's an 05 addendum. Some have questioned the necessity of baiting the hook this way. Considering the potential consequences, I remind each of you that a catastrophic reshuffling of reality would recur if the Gestalt disbelieves itself out of existence. Hold on, what is this? Even a handful of level 04s made aware, however indirectly, of L2004 is enough to preserve it. The anomalous manifestations, these monsters from the ID, are the result. But as long as the Foundation stands resolute, prospective losses remain within acceptable levels. The gentlemen have expressed some concern, however. The growing amount of Keter-level manifestations is troubling. The indoctrinated may be subconsciously straining against the cage. All of us must redouble our efforts. Everything is at risk, but transcendence is the reward. Secure humanity. Contain the Gestalt. Protect reality. We are so close. It is working.
Nice.
I did hear it. It's very quiet, though. I might turn it off. It's a heartbeat. Yeah, it's a heartbeat. It's very quiet, though, so I may turn it up a little bit. Look, Look, hey, hold on a minute. Like, just because I turned a boy into a bunny, it was an accident. Didn't mean to do it. I'm very much in control of my powers now. Thank you very much. I'm very much in control of my powers. I don't turn people into rabbits anymore. While I can't undo what I've done, yet, I don't think he's all that bothered. This is what it's like to have a guard, basically a guardian. It's like I feel like a fucking princess. I'm not by any means a princess. Don't even. I'm just not a princess. Oh, more tales. You know, when I said that my age was 169, right? But my age will not change until I get my third tail. I will remain 169. And then I'll be 269. I'm not the princess. I'm just a normal kitsune. Won't really have royalty. Royalty's not a thing. It's very much a concept of like humans. It's very true. Alex is something. He's a something. Whatever you... I'm not a princess! Just because I have a guard does not make me a princess in any way. No, exactly. Nothing a bit of duct tape can't fix. Oh no. Okay, let's look for someone to raid. Wait, Pride streaming. Oh, Rune is also streaming. We're gonna go to Rune. For sure. Let's go to Rune. I never got to raid back. You cringed a little bit after you said that? I'm glad. You definitely have to cringe after saying shit like that. Okay. You can't sit there and not cringe at what you said. One day you'll tell Chad about your encounter with Papa Fox. Just a quick disclaimer, that guy's uncanny. He says something, you're doing it, and you have no idea why you're doing it. Mind control is certainly something. There we go. I'll give you a raid message. Ooh. You just realized you're already developing your obsession with fixing everything with duct tape already. Okay, there is your raid message. Go give Rune some good old times, right? She's making fun and getting weird with chat again. So do enjoy. Rune's great. We keep calling each other Python, but I'm not quite sure who's the real senpai here. We'll find out. Anyway, I'll be back on Thursday on Zooey's channel with more Wolf Tales, but I might stream before that. Bye everybody. Have a good night. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.